we're out to breakfast. It's a very simple diner, and he makes the mistake of asking for a nice coffee, and the waitress immediately is like, "We don't do that frou-frou stuff here." Just cuts him off. But she's like, "Yeah, don't worry, honey. I'll bring you some sugars and some cream to go with your coffee." And then I saw one of the best fireworks shows of my life. But you know, I joke about the dogs, but by the end of that show, I felt like an old man. I'm plugging my ears. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I don't need to hear just explosions going off in my ears the whole time. Like, yeah, I think I'm about done with this. And I mentioned it to someone else, and he says, "Oh yeah, I always wear sunglasses and earplugs every time." And then the horror dawns on me at some point that I had sunglasses right here in my shirt, and I probably just destroyed my retinas just a little bit, you know, just a little bit. Probably any more of the partying or anything else that happened. I'm like, oh, there's some real damage done there. And then of course, this is stand-up, right? Like, so what could be better than talking about airplanes, right? What's the deal? What's the deal with airplane food? But in this case, it was going there was smooth, but coming back was not. On the way at some point to Vegas, Southwest cancels my flight, and I get to spend 7 hours in Las Vegas International when nothing's open. Nothing's open except for the slot machines. Those never close down. They're there to take your money, and they'll do that all night long. And I was just waiting for the Burger King to open, and I went through a cycle of trying to fall asleep on the floor for 5 minutes. That's not going to work. Go into the lounge, smoke a cigarette or two, and then of course, you know, Vegas is great because you get to see all these slot machine people, and they're hilarious, right? And they're like, "Hey, is that one gonna hit?" And it's like, no, idiot. That's not how this works, even remotely. The machines don't hit. They're there to take your fucking money. There's no, you don't look into the soul of the machine and are like, "Oh yeah, that's the one," you know. And then at some point, I got a whopping, $23 in cash, and I'm like, I just want this ordeal to be over, so I pick a machine, and the one I pick has cats on it. I like cats, so why not? Like, let's just see how far this ride can go. I think it made it up to a whopping $40 before I lost it all. You know, but what a ride, right? What a wild wave to ride. But that ordeal is, I have to call good old Safeway across the street and be like, "Yeah, the Monday shift, it's not happening. I'm not even remotely arriving here in time to do that." And then of course, I always think about this. When you're exiting a plane, why do people always do this thing where they decide, we're all seated, we're all like, everybody wants to get off the plane, right? But then all of these, you get all these people are just, they're just ready to go. But now at this point, I just stay seated. There's nowhere to go. I'm just gonna have to wait to get off the plane. I mean, you might get a whole 5 seconds out of just like shooting up, but I'm just like, where are you going? Like, just wait for it to happen. Like, it's gonna happen. Just mellow out. And you know, I make it home. I'm here. I'm here with you all. And I make it into work the next day. And at the grocery store, I have one of the most amazing experiences of my life. My name's Chris Howell. You can Google that name. You're not going to find me, but you will find a lot of people named Chris Howell. It's an incredibly common name. We're an army. We're an army, and we're growing. But at times I work for what we call Drive Up and Go, or the e-commerce department. And basically I shop for other people, and then I take their stuff out to the car for them, right? But then I get a customer, and who's this customer's name? It's Chris Howell. Like, wow, right? And even when I go to take the groceries out, I forget. But this guy's got a Volvo. It's a Volvo TC30, and I just start talking to him. I'm almost about to leave, and then I remember, oh my God, this guy has the same name as me. And so we start talking about that. I mean, there's even a famous poet in Portland that's neither of us. You may not live here anymore, but his name is Chris Howell. And so with this guy, I get to say one of the greatest things I've ever said in my life, which is, I hope you are living your best Chris Howell life. And we both get to say that to each other. And that's like a sublime experience. And then, you know, I'm talking about it with someone else here, and it's like we can have a whole support group. It's just, you know, we're just keeping up, checking in. Like, hey, are you really living your best Chris Howell life? Are you really living up to your potential here? You know, and then if it gets really bad, right? There could be Chris Howell's Anonymous. You know, and you think, oh, does that make sense? Well, it does. We all have the same name. You know, there's a real anonymity about it, you know. It's been 1 week since I wasn't living my best Chris Howell life. But you know what? I think I can say without shame that I am living my best Chris Howell life. Thank you.
Yeah!
Give it up for Chris Howell.
Love you, Chris.
Howell. Looking for, is it Shazi?